What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are back here on NBA 2K25 here with another realistic rebuild, and it's actually the last one of the series. After we've done this one today, that would have been all 30 teams. Also hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. I'm recording this on Monday night. Of course, you guys are going to be seeing this on Christmas Eve, so also a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everyone. Obviously, I won't have an upload on Christmas, but let's go ahead and do this Dallas Mavericks Realistic Rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. So, of course, there's a reason we left the Dallas Mavericks for last. They don't need my help at all, and especially in 2K. We all know how good Luka Doncic is in 2K. There's a good chance we win a championship every single season in this rebuild. I don't need to do too much, which is why we left them for the last team to do, obviously, because they're just... Not only are they a good team in real life, just made it to the finals last year, but they're very good in 2K as well, which is totally two different dynamics, as we all know. 2K simulation in real life is not the same whatsoever. But let's go ahead and take a look at the roster regardless, as we all know what this looks like. Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford. I mean, this team has done an incredible job building around Luka. As we all know, before all this even happened, before they got Kyrie, before they got Gafford and PJ Washington, there were so many... so many things attacking the Mavericks for not building around Luka properly, or Luka's going to leave them if they don't do something. He's going to get impatient. Well, Dallas has done a great job since then, basically. So they took the massive gamble on Kyrie Irving when he had all the off-court problems, and then they get Washington and Gafford. I don't need to go over it all. We all know how this team has gotten here at this point. So let's just go ahead. So with the rest of year one, we'll see if this team gets a championship in year one like they usually do. And then we'll build from there and see if we continue to just add on championships to get Luka Doncic. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe get 3 in this video. I don't know. We'll see. Today's video is brought to you by Daily Grind Fantasy's Optimizer. If you play on apps such as PrizePicks, Underdog, or any of these other DFS apps, having a tool like this is awesome to have to finding good plays right in front of you without having to do little to no research. So as you guys can see, not a whole lot going on right now. As I said, I'm recording this basically right after the Saints and Packers game, which was just so horrible, by the way. One of the worst, I can't say one of the worst games I've ever watched, because at least there was one good team playing in it. But regardless, you have a couple like National Basketball League. You do have a NCAA play on the board as well. Must be a bowl game. So on a kicker. And then you have Drew Aller over 1.5 passing touchdowns. So yeah, there's some interesting plays on here, but nothing too crazy. So basically what you're looking for is discrepancies. I guess we have a couple discrepancies on this guy. So Walker, I'm assuming this is a bowl game tomorrow as I'm recording this. As you guys are seeing this is today, I guess. Under 312.5 passing yards. Reason why we like that is because a lot of the books have this at 303. It's actually kind of a split market. Some books have 312.5, some have it at 303.5. So if you want to check out Daily Grind Fantasy, this is a very bad example of how much value can be on the board because I'm recording this in such a bad time. But still, you can find really good plays here when they're in green. So make sure to check it out. Links down in the description below. Use code Crushables, 25% off your first month. Other than that, let's get back to the rebuild. So no surprise here to start this one. Luka Doncic does win MVP. McCain's Rookie of the Year. 6th man goes to Russell Westbrook. Wemby Defensive Player. Suggs Most Improved. And Jokic your Clutch Player. And Jason Kidd is your Coach of the Year at 60 and 22. As I said, I'm not surprised to have seen how good we do in the 2K simulation. We're the first seed in the Western Conference. You had 32 from, whoops, I'm doing the Y thing again. I haven't done that in a while. So, yeah, 33 from Luka Doncic, 25 from Kyrie, 14 from Clay, 10 from Washington, 10 from Gafford, and 10 from Najee Marshall. So, let's go ahead and make sure we got our lineup set for these playoffs. So we'll shrink the bench utilization. That way, our starters are getting plenty of minutes. Gafford, Lively, I mean, both of them are great centers, so it really doesn't matter who we have out there as long as one of them is out there. We like it. So let's go ahead and see what we get in round one. It will be the Phoenix Suns, so Devin Booker and Luka Doncic. Round one, be very entertaining. Let's simulate the current round and hope we don't find a way to lose to them. And we beat them in 5. So off to a good start. And now you get Wemby and Luka in the second round, which would be a ton of fun, obviously. And Chris Paul, that'd be cool as well. Chris Paul, Kyrie Irving. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. So let's see if we beat the Spurs. And it was closer than I would have wanted, but we do beat them in 7. And now you get a rematch from last year against Dallas and Minnesota. As we all know, Dallas, got the best of them last year. So here goes nothing. Game 1, we're up 1-0. Game 2, 2-0. Game 3, so far so good. And you may get a rematch of last year, or it's going to be the Knicks maybe this time. And it is the New York Knicks. So Mavericks and Knicks in the finals, which is something that happens quite often here in 2K. So this is kind of the basic simulation you usually see in Start Today. So here we go. Game 1 goes to us. Good start so far. Game 2. And do we go up 3-0? Yeah, 3-1. And we beat them in 5. So just like that, we win a championship. Again, guys, I hope you have a great holiday. I'll see you on the... Just kidding. Not going to end it there, obviously. But yeah, this is why I left this team for last, because you guys know, it's been traditional for me to do all 30 teams, regardless of what series I'm doing. Mavericks do not need my help at all, especially in 2K, but here we are anyway. So, but you never want to be complacent, man. Teams are going to try to get better than you in the offseason, so you always want to get better like Brad Stevens used to do for the Celtics. So let's go ahead and see what we got going on. I mean, he continues to do that as well. Obviously, got Drew Holiday, you know, when Dame got traded. So Nets get number 1, Hornets 2, and then our pick is going... Actually, we have our first round pick this offseason, so that could be helpful. So Jason Kidd will stick around as the head coach, considering we just got a championship. So I guess the ultimate goal should to at least get maybe a 3. If we could 3-peat, that'd be cool. But, you know, getting 2 at least is the ultimate goal, because every time I try to 3-peat, I somehow fail, I feel like. But all right, so we're at the end of the draft, and there's actually some good options, especially bigs. Now, the one thing I will say is we don't really need a big going forward. Dame Sara actually sounds solid to go ahead and take here with this late pick, so that is where we're going to go with this. Dame Sara is going to be our pick. We can move him to small forward if need be, being 6'6". So that'll be a nice little solid first-round pick, and we can grab Carter Knox here as well. We have another second, but I'll let my assistant GM take care of the other one. So as far as draft is concerned, Ace Bailey went to Brooklyn. Charlotte got Cooper Flagg, and Dylan Harper goes to New Orleans. So you got Dame Sar, Carter Knox, and then Darlin. And with our second to last pick, which two-waying him sounds kind of fine. So Sar and Carter Knox, neither one of them will play right away. Whoops, we can't. Maybe we can't do the two-way thing, unfortunately. So player options, Kyrie declines, which we said Prosper. But yeah, Kyrie Irving declining is definitely a problem. We obviously need to keep him around. Quentin Grimes, also a free agent. Definitely got to keep him around as well. So let's go ahead and see if we can get both of them to come back. So Kessler Edwards, we probably won't worry about as much. What offers is Kyrie getting? So Kyrie doesn't even have a legitimate offer. Brooklyn is his best offer, and obviously he's not going back there. So Quentin Grimes, we're going to just come out here and give him a nice little deal, and then we will bring back Kyrie Irving. Now, he is 33 years old, so I think if we make this like a 3-year deal, I think that'd probably be the best thing to do. Pay him through his 36-year-old or 37. I think that sounds I think that sounds safe. So we'll do that. So we'll have Kyrie for at least 3 more seasons in this rebuild, which is probably as long as we'll go, because like I said, this team is already so damn good. Like, I don't really know how we're going to upgrade this team too much. Now, I will say the one thing we can do is we can use Kleber's contract to do something, because this is an $11 million expiring contract, assuming there's no player option attached to it. Yeah, so $11 million, you could definitely get something. Not that we have like a crazy amount of picks to attach to it, but still. I know there's rumors about Dallas maybe getting Dorian Finney-Smith back at the deadline. Maybe they do that. Obviously, we'll be doing deadline rebuilds when stuff like that happens. But yeah, and I'm assuming we are over the second apron if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, the number would go up. So we actually might be under it. The number in real life is, I can't even think of the number at the top of my head, but we're definitely close to it. So we're going to see what we can get for Kleba though. Yeah, we basically have nothing to offer. So we're going to offer Kleba up, and we'll see if we can just get anything to pop up simply for just... I mean, I guess what you could do is you could attach one of your draft picks before you sign them, just the rights to them. So maybe we can get something of use in return for Kleba's salary. So I actually really like this trade as far as realism is concerned, because as we all remember, Dallas is the one that even gave Thibault this offer sheet in the first place. And obviously, he's on a 1-year deal, expiring contract. We get a second-round pick on top of trading Kleba and Carter Knox there. So basically, this would be like a swap of second-round picks. So getting Thibault actually sounds like a decent idea. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Matisse Thibault is going to be our addition. Someone I don't often use in 2K, but we kind of needed to back up forward. And obviously, he's on a bad Blazers team. So if he were to go to Dallas, I assume he would be pretty solid. Now, the one thing I'm going to do with him so he's actually useful is make sure he doesn't regress for no reason. So I'm just going to move his peak end age up like crazy. That way, you know, he's actually going to be used in the rotation, because I think there's a chance he actually regresses, which we just don't really want to see in this situation. So that might be our one move this offseason, because there's not a whole lot else we can do. I mean, I guess you can maybe sign a minimum contract somewhere. So do we want to sign a minimum, or we got our things locked up here? So I'm actually fine with the rotation right now. So let's just go to player progression and see what we got going on. So Thibault's our big addition this offseason, which obviously isn't a big addition or anything. He still stays at 75, which is great. And I will say Prosper moving him to small forward might be the answer to what we need, because he's up to a 76. So what you could do is, well, I mean, you're just going to have to probably have Thibault and Prosper listed as small forward, because I just think it makes sense to do that. So, I mean, I'm not going to, whoops, I don't want to, I'd never change names. I don't know what the hell I just did. Okay, so Prosper is going to stay at small forward. So you have Luka, Hardy, Quentin Grimes, Kyrie Irving. You'll have both the backup forwards here with Prosper and Matisse Thybulle. PJ Washington obviously is still the starting power forward, and then Lively and Gafford's still going to be what you do there. So basically, still a backup power forward with Prosper, but I mean, it's a no-brainer to move in the small forward to get him up even more overalls at that 2 overall spot. So like that a lot. So Prosper going to join the rotation this year, and Thybulle is going to be our new addition from the Kleber trade, which is definitely, I feel like, an option on the table for the Dallas Mavericks because of the offer sheet they gave Thybulle. They once upon a time had interest in him. They made that contract really hard to match, too, because there was like a trade kicker or whatever. The Blazers still matched the offer sheet. So, 2 off seasons later, will they still have interest in him for Kleber's contract? I definitely think that's a possibility. So, Park Atlanta 16th overall. I mean, we all know what this is all about. I mean, I guess we'll leave this a perimeter centric. So here is your rotation for. I just realized Klay Thompson retired on us, by the way. I literally just noticed that. That's crazy. I don't know why I just now noticed that. I felt like we were missing something, and I couldn't put my finger on it. And it was Klay Thompson. He absolutely retired on us. You know what? He got a ring, so all respect to him. He retired on a championship. It does feel kind of weird, though. He retired on, yeah, because he signed like a 4-year deal, so I don't think he'd retire after 1 year. But that's my fault for not even noticing, man. I apologize. That sucks really badly. I didn't even notice that I didn't even think he would retire. I mean, how old was he? I don't know. I don't think he's that old. I just didn't even expect him to retire like that. So Luka, Kyrie, Najee Marshall, PJ Washington, Lively, Gafford, Grimes, Jaden Hardy, Prosper, and Matisse Thybulle is rotation for the season. So obviously the hope is to go back-to-back here. So hopefully that is a result we gonna get. So just like that, another MVP award for Luka Doncic, back-to-back. Cooper Flag's Rookie of the Year, Amon's your 6th man and Wemby Defensive Player, Scoot's your most improved, and Cam Thomas your clutch player, and Kate is your Coach of the Year at 68 and 14. Earl Hart is your executive. So yeah, by the way, if you couldn't tell already, we went 68 and 14. All I did was acquire Matisse Thybulle. Pretty wild, but Luka Doncic is on the All-NBA first team. Here's your All-NBA second. I guess we also lost Klay Thompson. I don't know if he was a problem last year or whatever, but I guess he's gone. So first team in the West, let's take a look at the player stats. So yeah, 27 from Luka, 23 from Kyrie, 12 from Jaden Hardy, 12 from PJ Washington with 6 rebounds. Yeah, PJ Washington, solid stuff. I think I could have extended him, but I totally dropped the ball on that. But we will extend him this offseason. Pretty sure he's a free agent. Yeah, he is. So Derek Lively, 10 and 9, and then 9 and 3 from Marshall, 9 and 3 from Grimes, and 9 and 8 from Gafford off the bench. Prosper with 6 and 4, and Matisse Thybulle with only 2. So that will probably walk in free agency, and we'll forget about him. Jimmy Butler, kind of funny to see him in a Houston uniform because obviously there's kind of some rumors on Jimmy Butler right now about being traded, and Houston's one of those destinations. So definitely something that could absolutely happen, and here he is in a Rockets uniform. So we'll see if we can beat them in round 1, similarly current round against the Rockets, and we are going to beat them in 5. Now, I do feel the need to go to a 9-man rotation for the rest of the playoffs. So that will leave out Thybulle, who's cold anyway. So maybe we didn't even need to grab him ever. But hey, I don't ever get him, so screw it. So now we play Denver, who of course have, or who they of course have Nikola Jokic. So Jokic, Brogdon. Brogdon's a really nice addition, especially if Russ is gone now too. So Brogdon's a nice replacement to him. Obviously, there's some rumors about the Nuggets maybe trading Michael Porter Jr. away, so we'll see if that happens. But somebody current round, Luka versus Jokic, and we get the best of them. Now, we have our ultimate test here so far. We did deal with Minnesota earlier, but OKC sometimes could be a different animal, as we all know as well. They've had a D'Lo. They just extended Caruso, so in real life, I think. And I think they gave him a bigger contract than that. I don't exactly remember what the numbers were. But maybe it's just that much. I don't think it was. I think it was like a $20 million contract per year, if I'm not mistaken. So game 1, we're up 1-0. Game 2, 2-0. So even the maybe not. Speak 3-1, and we're in the finals again. So we actually get a rematch of the finals from last year. Mavericks, Knicks, Jalen Brunson, Mikal, OG, Josh Hart, Karl Towns, Tyus Jones. Game 1, 1-0. Game 2, 2-0. I mean, okay. Well, we got a series now. So this is going to be the most we've been tested thus far. Actually, I guess we won in 7 to a team in the very first season. I forgot who it was. The Spurs pushed us to 7. That's right. So can we hang on here to go up 3-2 is the question. This is going to come down to the wire. But as long as we have Luke on our side, we are going to pull away. So 108 to 112. Luka didn't even do anything in that game, really. So now, we win in 6? Yes, we do. So we go back-to-back. Game 6 victory over the Knicks, back-to-back years. So that is 2 championships in a row. And obviously, the ultimate goal, I guess, to end this video off would be to go 3 in a row. So hopefully we can make a bigger trade this offseason. I'll see if that is even going to be plausible. It's going to be tough to do realistically. But we do have our pick again at number 30. So that's nice. Jason Kidd will remain the head coach. We've won 2 with him already. I don't see the point of changing that now. So we'll keep him around, get an extension. Now we head to draft night. So we'll once again draft with pick 30, and we'll see what our options are after that. So we got Malachi Moreno, we got Mosley, we got Kelly Marshall. I don't know anything about these guys on the board, so just give me Kelly Marshall, I guess, out of McNeese State. Wow, what a school. Okay, so we get Kelly Marshall, who's not good at all, 69 overall anyway. Oh, Luka's a free agent. That's big. They're going to accept Prosper. So Luka and Washington are both free agents. Now, Luka Doncic is definitely going to draw some interest, obviously. But this is a desperate... Bro, 2K, be for real. Like, who the hell is going to come out here in free agency and, hey, Luka Doncic, I know you're in the prime of your career at 27 years old, but you want a 1-year, $5 million deal with a no-trade clause? You think you'd sign that? I mean, at least the Lakers tried with an actual decent deal, but he still has no interest in it. That is insane. But obviously, Luka Doncic, you lock him up. You get him back. You can give him the no-trade clause if you want, but obviously that really isn't given out anymore. Bradley Beal is the last one to have it. So watch. Oh, Gafford's a free agent too. That's big. So yeah, let's just make sure we sign both, these 2 additions we got at the deadline. Gorman, I'm not worried about, but keep the continuity, obviously. So that's good. We'll keep those guys around. And actually gives us the ability to sign a really good player in free agency, which could be big. So Luka, Jaden Hardy, Grimes, Kyrie Irving still looks good. Prosper and Marshall. So I guess to me, the one position we obviously need is a back of 4. Peyton Watson, Jake LaRavia, we could bring Dorian Finney-Smith back to Dallas as well through free agency. That doesn't sound too bad either. I really don't think there's a player to trade away here because I kind of like everything I'm seeing right now. Prosper is going to make a big jump here. So I guess the one player that could be expendable in theory, we just extended Washington, so we can't trade him. We're not trading Lively, obviously. We're not trading Kyrie. So the one player is like Marshall or Grimes. But I mean, Marshall's our starting small forward right now. I will say he wasn't the best from 30 last year, so I actually don't mind the idea of maybe trading Marshall here and seeing what we can get for him. So I guess we can try that. I'm actually low-key kind of shocked how much trade value Marshall has. It's a 3-star trade value, which is really interesting, to be honest. But we are going to make this trade. There's actually a few good options that I don't mind. So, like, Taylor Hendricks definitely is interesting. I think his 1 year or this last year. No, he actually got extended. So, we could trade for him now while he's only making $7 million. Obviously, our tax bill will be a lot higher next year. But you can't deny that we could take the chance on him. He might even develop even more. I will say he didn't shoot the best from 3 last year. Came into the league known as a shooter. So, I guess if we think, I guess in theory, if we think we can get him in the building and we can... Neesmith's not a bad option either. I mean, he didn't play much last year, but he shot 50%. Neesmith is interesting. I'm just trying to get somebody who shoots a little bit. And Abaji also kind of caught my attention. He shot 44% last year. We could get Abaji and move him to the 3, but honestly, my favorite one is taking the chance on Taylor Hendricks. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So maybe Utah is just willing to give up on him, and they don't mind taking Marshall. We trade them a pick swap and get Hendricks. So yeah, let's do it. So Taylor Hendricks is going to be the guy we take a flyer on. He is listed at power forward, but I low-key moving to small forward. He doesn't go up. I guess his bar moves, but hopefully he goes up, like just hits a crazy like boost. I don't know if he will, but that's my hope anyway. So Hendricks and Prosper, I feel okay about that. And then again, we can still sign a solid quality free agent. So, like Peyton Watson sounds good, or I do like the idea of bringing Dorian Finney-Smith back to Dallas, though. I think that would be a nice storybook ending. So we're going to bring Dorian Finney-Smith back. He might regress more than I want him to, but we'll rock with it. So player progression, we got Luka down, we got Lively up, and then you have Finney-Smith down to 77. So it's not horrible. Hendricks went up to a 7 or to an 81. So he went up. He's the same overall as Marshall. I guess what we're hoping is we unlock that shooting out of him. I don't know if we will. I mean, he's not been good. So he's going to get better looks off Luka Doncic. And Dame Sarr is into the equation too. This man jumped up more than I ever anticipated. But he probably will stay down here because his three-point shot isn't the best. So he'll stick around at the bottom for now. But he's definitely a weapon that I guess we'll use in the future. But we probably won't go much longer in this rebuild, if I'm honest with you. Because, like I said, if we three-peat, then, I guess we could just keep going until we stop winning championships. Like when are we gonna lose? Like we could do something like that, but I guess I'll feel the vibe. I'll sniff out the vibe because I don't want to take guys too much of your time because it's Christmas Eve. Wanted to get one more video out for you guys until the holiday, but yeah, I might just leave it at 3. If this was, you know, any other day, I definitely would just keep going. But since I'm about to drop this on Christmas Eve, don't want to waste too much of your time. So hopefully the rotation loads up here soon, and we'll take a look at it for the last final season. Or I guess it'll be the final season if we 3P, which looks like we will, but maybe some team stops us. So another MVP award for Luka Doncic. Obviously, back-to-back 3 MVPs, and now it's time to make it back-to-back 3 championships. So we won 70 games. So yeah, it's just too easy, man. I'm just too good at this. Obviously, this has nothing to do with me. This is just this man right here in the 2K simulation. He's a freaking legend, man. He just is. Heroes all defensive first team, all defensive second team. We're the first team in the West again. Surprise, surprise. And I'm curious to see how Hendricks did under or playing with us. So 30 points from Luka, 25 from Curry, 13 from Hardy, 11 from Hendricks, and 6 rebounds. How do you shoot from 3, though? Yeah, look, much better on how many attempts a game? 5 attempts a game. We'll absolutely take that shot. 40% off of Luka Doncic's, looks, which is nice. I love to see that. Washington, 38% this year on 11 points. Quentin Grimes, 9, 8 from Gafford, and 3 from Dorian Finney-Smith. All right, well, let's see how we do in these playoffs. I can only assume we'll make it as far as we have lately. So somebody come around against Memphis, and we will beat them in 4. So off to a good start, and now we get New Orleans, who, they have Zion, Harper, Murray. This is a good-looking team, but, I mean, again, we have the power of Luka Doncic on our side, so let's see how this goes. Oh, boy, the 3-peat might get stopped in its tracks. I thought we were about to coast to a 3-peat, and maybe I am dead wrong. We have 1-1, but can we make a 3-0? I think we went down 3-0 if I just saw that right. Man, I thought we were about to take the Pelicans out with ease. I did say the team looked good. We are going to win a second one. All right, so let's see if we can make it 3 wins in a row to force a game 7. Can we do it? We got to go to New Orleans, and we are back to Dallas if we are to win this one. So far, so good on this path, and it looks like we are going to force a game 7. So New Orleans, they had us scared. Are they going to continue to scare us here in this game 7, though? It's looking good right now, and I think, well, they might get back in this, low-key. Can we hang on to the lead, though? Oh, gosh, this is going to be close. I got to defend this 3-peat, potentially. Do I got to jump in and defend this bad boy? We have a 7-point lead with 2 minutes left. Surely we don't blow that, right? All right, I'm jumping in. There's a 4-point lead. We can't blow we can't blow this 3-peat opportunity. Now, Luka Doncic is at the free throw line, so that is a good thing. So we'll take that. But I can't screw around here, man. Sometimes when I be jumping, I just screw around. We can't do that right now. Luka, we can't miss free throws either. I maybe have been slightly earlier with the release, but hopefully just nailed this one. There we go. Excellent. Oh, that's 3 free throws. They fouled him on a 3-pointer. All right. All right, we'll take 2 free throws still. And that one's going to go down. So we missed 1, but we're up 6 with 1:48 left. We got to lock in, bro, because I'm not blowing our opportunity away to 3-peat. We're not doing it. So Harper is going to challenge Derek Lively at the rim. That was a bad idea. Oh, my goodness. They come down with the nice closeout. We're going to the rebound. We're good. So Murray could have hit a 3, and it could have really scared us. Maybe I could have taken a 3 with Washington, but, I mean, let's just play with the best player in the world right now in Luka Doncic. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, they gave me an open 3 with Luka Doncic. Like, I'm going to take that and make it, and he's going to pull this game away from New Orleans, and we are going to escape with our, we barely escaped, but we'll take it still. Can I hit another 3 with Luka Doncic? Can they allow me to be open again? Can we do it? Murray, let's get another screen. Let's see if I can hit another 3 on their face. Missy. That one was a little bit better defense. We almost made it, but didn't go in and out. All right, so Zion's going to have the ball now. He's going to give it to Ingram. And Ingram's going to attack the basket. They keep challenging Lively at the rim, and it's just a stupid idea. Lively is not going to allow that crap to happen, dude. You got to learn your freaking lesson, I guess. I really want to cook Murray with the 3 again. But do I just attack the rim? Maybe just attack. I mean, we got Luka Doncic for crying out loud. Or we could hit Hendricks on a wide open shot and extra release. It wasn't wide open, though. But that gives us to an 11-point lead. So it is safe to say we are not going to lose in the second round to New Orleans. They scared us a little bit. They had us in the first half, not going to lie. But we're chilling. And now We got one more possession here, and they're not even going to foul. So they're going to concede this game. We're moving on to the conference finals, thankfully. I would have been pretty upset if we lost in the second round, low-key. 1-3, and that's all she wrote. All right, guys, I'll see you in the conference finals. I think it was Minnesota that was there, if I saw that correctly, but we'll find out here in a second. It was, in fact, Minnesota. Now, we did beat this team earlier in the video, but doesn't mean they can't get us this time. I mean, we just went down 3-1 or 3-0 to New Orleans, so anything's possible here. So we're up 1-0, and they evened it up. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 goes to us. Okay, are we back in the finals? Yes, we are. All right, do we get the Knicks again? It is the Knicks again. So can we beat them for a third time in a row to end this video with a third championship over the Knicks? They're going to go up 1-0. Knicks, do not ruin this opportunity, man. 2-1, 3-1. They ain't ruining nothing. We're going to beat them, and just like that, that's 3 in a row. I'm going to end that video right there on Christmas Eve. 2K, I know exactly what I'm going to title this video. I'm going to say 2K gave me an early Christmas gift, which was a stress-free, I guess New Orleans stressed us a little bit, nothing too crazy, but yeah, 2K, shout out to you for, I guess, making the Mavericks so good. Maybe I shouldn't be shouting you out for that, though. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Again, happy holidays, everybody. We'll be back the day after Christmas, obviously. Enjoy your holiday. Merry Christmas. Thank you all for watching. As always, this is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.